Hello everyone and welcome back to the Somnium Files, where last time we had a huge reveal, actually like 3 or 4 huge reveals, because we dived into Boss's mind and we saw that she knew a lot more than she let on. She knew that Shoko was apparently killed by Renju, Renju was apparently killed by Iris, and of course, Iris by So, and then of course So by Boss herself. So that was very confusing. We left it right there, right after we jumped out of her mind, let's say, and we are now interrogating her. See what we can do here. I'm guessing we're getting close to Boss's end, which is the one that we unlocked. I think that's what it is. Let me show you the flow chart. And then I'm guessing the true end is the other one? Not sure. Because in this one, everyone is freaking dead. So I'm guessing it's not the true one for that reason. And probably the other one that has a bunch of people alive is actually a good ending.
Around your head.
Here we go. Flowchart. So this one we unlocked. It was locked here, and we went all the way to this. And this other one is locked. I'm guessing this is the true ending. When we get to the place and we can't do anything. When we get to the place where this Somnium happened, actually it's the same warehouse, right? Pretty sure. And now we have this investigation. I'm guessing we're getting to the end of Boss, and then we'll see the true ending. So let's keep it going. Let's see what Boss has to say. She knows Somnium very well, so she knows the sinking very well, so she's not gonna bullshit us, I guess, anymore. So let's see.
And I discovered something. Something about the new Cyclops serial killings. Apart from Ota, there are 4 victims.
Yeah, poor Ota, everyone forgot about him.
Shoko Nadami, Renju Okiura, Iris Sagan, and So Tsujima. Who was responsible for these murders? Shoko was stabbed by Renju with an ice pick. Renju was strangled to death by Iris. So cut open Iris's body, but who shot So? It was you. In other words, all of these murders were committed by different people. There wasn't just one killer. That's how it looks on the surface, anyway. But that's not the truth, is it? There's only one culprit.
What?
One person. And that person is...
What do you mean? I mean, this is super weird. Is it because of the investigation, or did she sort of force them to commit these murders? I mean, it's clear that he's suspecting her, right? I'm just trying to see why she's saying that she's responsible for all of them. It's hard to know exactly what he means for me.
Yes, you. The person in front of me right now.
Did she like orchestrate this whole thing somehow?
You're blaming the commander of Abyss for this?
No, not Boss. The person inside Boss's head.
There we go, dude. Ugh, when we got to 6 minutes in the Somnium, I thought, are we gonna change? And then I thought at some point, I don't know if I said it, like, was there already a change? Like, am I someone else? I didn't think Boss was someone else, but I guess she is someone else. Who could it be? Not the original. That would be 89. It could be 89. Well, let's see.
Can you at least try to make sense?
Alright, I'll explain.
But Date is such a dumbass. He doesn't understand anything, and then all of a sudden he has it all figured out. It's kind of weird.
You know about the abandoned chemical
Right?
plant in Kawasaki?
I'd say.
There's a prototype sync machine there. You use that device to swap around bodies one by one.
Oh, that's what he meant. I don't know. That should have been obvious.
In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced.
That's pretty crazy. So whoever this person is was wait, no, that's not, doesn't make sense. Let me think. So let's say this person in front of us was Shoko. Let's say Shoko Nadami, the first victim. She went into the warehouse, swapped bodies with Renju, then killed Renju in Shoko's body, and then as Renju, swapped bodies with Iris, then killed Iris in Renju's body, then as, oh my god, then as Iris, looking like Iris, swapped bodies with So, and then killed, oh my god, yeah, killed So in Iris's body, and is this how it is? And then swap bodies with Boss and killed Boss in So's body, right? That's all the steps. So it's either Shoko or somebody else entirely, or like Monica or something, like some of these people who we know have died before. I don't know.
Mind, consciousness, memory, they are traded.
I guess
Switched.
Shoko was kind of maybe knew about the machine because she's like sort of powerful or like had connections, but it's hard to know, honestly. But I don't think it could be only one person, because we know that many people have worked together, like Renju and 89 or whoever was inside their bodies, so it's kind of hard to know. Maybe I don't know. Let's keep it going. I'm just gonna make a mess.
I don't know where it started,
It's really hard.
but at some point, you got into Shoko's brain. Then, you got into Renju's. And got rid of Shoko's body. After Renju was Iris. You strangled Renju using Iris.
But inside Renju was Iris. Is that what it is?
After that, into So. Who you used to kill Iris and Ota at the cold storage warehouse.
It's really cool that the thing about the egg at the beginning, when the first time they said it, it sounded like just a thing that could happen. And I was wondering if it would like actually be part of the story, and I guess it really is.
Now, you're in Boss's body. Inside her head.
So Boss is dead, right? Unfortunately. We thought Boss was alive, but evil, she's just dead. If
see.
he's correct.
If you know that much, then I have nothing left to hide.
Cool, there we go.
Yes, I am the culprit behind the new Cyclops serial killings. I guess you can call me the new Cyclops killer.
Oh, I will. Who the hell are you? Probably not going to tell us. Well, she said nothing to hide. I'm guessing it's...
Saito Sejima.
There we go. Oh gosh. Okay. Let me think. So I thought Saito was Date, which could still be the case. Like, it could be that Date was him, and then, like, Date was Saito throughout all of his life, and then 6 years ago, Saito left Date's body and left, I don't know who knows who, someone who suffers some sort of amnesia or something, or disease or whatever, or an accident, maybe to save them, maybe to use their body, who knows, and then at some point it just went into all these other people. Is this true? Can we even try them? Trust them? It says Saito.
Congressman Sejima's son.
My question is, why did... Yeah, maybe Sejima doesn't even know about this, right? Because he told Date that he was his dad.
What?
I researched Saito thoroughly, but I cannot find any images of him on the internet.
Oh, that's convenient. I can tell you what it looks like.
He is listed on the family register, but I cannot find any photographs.
Convenient. Who was inside Iris during the interrogation? Wait, which interrogation?
That was me.
You imitate her well. From the way you talked and your body language, it was like the real Iris. Earlier, too, you almost had me fooled. Your imitation of Boss was perfect.
Yes, there's a reason for that.
Why is he doing that with her hand?
Let me define some terms.
His hand, I guess.
A person's memory and sense of self. Let's call that personality.
I hate this voice. Why are you doing this?
It isn't quite the right word, but it'll suffice. Now, transferring that personality into someone else's
That's terrible.
brain, let's call that parasitism.
So you can actually have access to the personality
The
and
one
stuff?
transferring is the parasite. The one being transferred into is the host. Are you with me so far? Moving on. Even after the personality exchange is complete, the host's memory isn't completely lost.
Okay.
About 1% remains in the brain.
Why are you talking like this? This is so cringe, actually.
So, a parasite
I hate
could use
this.
that
That's fine.
1% to imitate the language and behavior of the host. That's how I knew about the warehouse and Sunfish Pocket, by the way. Thanks to Renju and Iris's remaining memories.
Okay. Talking about that?
I'm telling you, it was me.
Ooh.
Why are you making me repeat myself?
That means the Somnium I entered on Sunday.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
That's right. It was me.
I remember seeing that Somnium and thinking, how the heck how was Iris involved in the Cyclops killings? There's no way. That makes sense if it wasn't Iris. How does he know about the original Cyclops killer? Maybe because it was him. Well, no, we know it was supposedly, or like allegedly, it was the two guys, the leader of the Kumakuras and 89. So, and something else was troubling me. Yep, I forgot we saw this.
What's going on here?
Give me the details of each crime.
Before I do, there's something I want to hear from you. How did you know about the prototype sync machine?
Peter told me.
And not only that, you also seem to know what the sync machine is truly capable of.
Yeah, Peter told us a
Why is
lot of
that?
stuff.
That's...
Regaining your memories, are you?
Well, maybe Peter told us in a different time.
Human memory is fractal. If you retain even a single piece of it, it's possible to recreate the whole thing. Pieces of memories are like roots that grow into every corner of the brain, gradually, slowly, taking its time. I imagine the same thing is happening in your brain right now.
Yeah.
A fractal is a figure with self-similarity. Allow me to explain. See this? Whichever fragment you cut, you will see a similar shape. The whole is made up of its similar parts. This is called a fractal figure. Memories in the brain are similar. That is what he is explaining. He is claiming that from a few pieces, you can rebuild the memory.
I know about the prototype from regaining my memory. Is that right? No, that's not it. I thought it was Peter.
Parallel worlds exist.
There we go. Okay, so it's not about Peter. It's about the fact that we are sort of getting memories from other realities, right? So we're getting memories from whenever Peter told us about it. It wasn't here. Which makes sense because I don't remember hearing anything about the whole splitting and the eggs before reaching here. So they just showed it to me like I knew about the eggs. But if I was quick enough, I wouldn't notice, or like I could have noticed that I actually shouldn't know that in this timeline, but I guess I do because I got it from somewhere else. Also, it looks like this is like the worst timeline, and this is like the best one, right? This is the one where you learn to find out, and like you can find out about the killer by letting everyone die, basically, and learning at the end. And here, maybe you can save everyone from the information with information you have from there, right? So I'm guessing that's how it's gonna go, hopefully.
Fine. I still have time.
Time?
You'll see. So, where do you want me to start?
It's just past midnight on Tuesday. Shoko was killed on Friday. If we think of that as day 1, today's day 5. What was Saito doing those days? I decided to ask him. Okay, let's hear the whole thing.
Like you guessed, my personality was in Shoko, Renju's ex-wife. That made calling Renju easy.
Yeah.
I need to talk to you about something.
Everything was easy, like Shoko calling Renju, or like making him vulnerable was easy. Same thing with Renju and Iris. Same thing with Iris and So, and I guess So and Boss. You good? Maybe?
He came over without question. I think it was around 4 p.m. I had him meet me at the chemical plant. I made Renju go to sleep.
Yeah.
Synced, switched personalities, and then stabbed Shoko's discarded body with an ice pick.
So that's killing Renju, basically.
I took Shoko to Bloom Park by car, using the old abandoned subway line. Must have been around 8 p.m. by the time I was finished. I tied up Shoko to one of the merry-go-round horses. After that, I used Renju's phone to send a Nile message to Mizuki.
Mizuki Daddy got caught up in something serious.
Then, I just waited for Mizuki to arrive.
Yeah, so Renju was never Renju in this. So whenever we heard about what he was doing, it was always him, I guess. But I guess... So, he had to have had an accomplice. Like, 89 has to have known, right, about this. Because he's the only person that worked sort of together with him. It's pretty weird. Why did he do that with Mizuki? Why did... He wanted to incriminate her? Or he just wanted to make her suffer? That's super weird. Day 2?
Until next Saturday evening, my personality was inside Renju. My next target was Iris. I knew she would be suspicious if I asked her to come to Kawasaki, so I asked her to come to Sunfish Pocket first. I called her a little before 5 p.m., and she arrived just after 6.
My question is if he just wanted to kill people, or if he wanted to kill specific people. Like, maybe... Because if he wanted to get to boss, maybe it makes sense to do all that thing, and all that path, convoluted thing, but I guess, I don't know.
I greeted her,
Honestly, I don't know.
then convinced her to come with me. That's when Ota saw us.
Well, I'll tell you. You didn't have to die.
I put her in the car, then headed to the chemical plant. On the way, I made her take a sleeping pill. I knew she might run once she saw where we were going. It was around 7 p.m. when I got there, and I wasted no time switching bodies. After getting Iris's body, I used a rolled-up apron to strangle Renju to death. Then I put his body in an empty oil drum I'd prepared earlier. I put that in the trunk of the car, then headed to Sunfish Pocket. But then, something I didn't anticipate happened. Waiting for the signal in Akiba, someone knocked on the window of the car. It was Ota. He asked me something about being able to drive. He was surprised, to say the least. I didn't have time to waste on him. But I couldn't risk him finding the oil drum in the trunk. Plus, if word got around that Renji's car was spotted driving around Akiba, that would foil my plans. So, I came up with a lie. I told him that I didn't have a license, so he had to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
That's what that thing referred to in
Yeah.
Ota's Nile messages, by the way.
We know this.
And just like that, I managed to escape a bad situation and headed to Sunfish Pocket as planned. The rest went exactly as you already figured out.
Day 3?
Sunday morning, I had a recording or some such thing scheduled. Oh, I am, of course, referring to Iris. I didn't want to draw suspicion, so I decided to attend, as planned. I went to Lemniscate and performed my job. And when I left, I ran into you, Date. To be honest, I was a little surprised.
It would make sense that if maybe the first swap was a mistake and he wanted to go back to his own body, and so he does this whole thing to get to Date. Maybe that's the end goal, right?
Just the previous night, I was a parasite in the body of Renju.
It's
I didn't
crazy.
think Ota had seen me. So, of course, I didn't expect to see you there so soon. You were on to me, but there was nothing I could do about that. If I ran, it would only increase your suspicion. So I decided to play my role. The interrogation began around 8:20 p.m., is that right?
The voice is killing me, man.
Then you synced into my mind. But you didn't get what you were looking for, did you? As a result, you had no choice but to release me. I didn't want to go home right away. I knew there might be police waiting for me. That would make it difficult to sneak out at night. And that would put my plan in jeopardy. So I asked you to take me to Marble. I tried to find an opportunity to run, but then another unexpected event occurred.
Ota wanted to
Another
die
message
so
from
bad.
Ota. I knew I could use him.
Yeah.
So I told him I needed his help and to meet me at Marble. He did as I instructed him to do. After that, I got into the van with Ota. But because his presence was unnecessary, I asked him to stop at a convenience store to buy me something to drink. When he was gone, I took his car and drove to my parents' house where I used to live. Yes,
Yeah.
the Sejima residence. Of course, I knew I couldn't just walk up and ring the doorbell. Hello, Father, it's been a long time. I was also in Iris's body at the time.
Funny enough, that would be accurate because it is his daughter.
But I thought I could use that to my advantage. So I pushed on the intercom and sure enough, my dad invited me inside. I told him this: I want you to come with me. There's something I need to show you.
But does he know? Was he just incredibly lucky? Because if So were to see Iris, he would know exactly who she is, right?
He was quiet for a while, but eventually agreed and got into the van with me. We arrived at the prototype sync machine around 11:50 p.m. By the time I was in the body of Sosajima, it was a new day.
Yeah.
This was yesterday, early Monday morning, past midnight.
Then the stream.
In my new body, I drugged Iris, put her in the van, and drove to a new location.
Funny enough, it wasn't a live stream, right? Like, it was a recorded video because we got a call from Boss as it was happening. So I'm guessing if he was Boss already, right? He already recorded the whole thing and killed So as well, right?
Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. I arrived around 1, then prepared for the show for a couple hours.
Oh no, so I guess he was live and he was just Boss, and then he swapped again.
Of course, when I say show, I mean dismembering Iris. Because of the temperature in the warehouse, it took longer than I expected to prepare, but... well, you saw it in the video. Of course, I didn't anticipate Ota would show up.
He got stabbed and then got rid of the wound because he swapped bodies,
What
right?
does that make it? 3 times that brat has showed up unexpectedly?
Yeah.
That annoyed me to no end, and I took that out on him. Dressing him up in the polar bear was an impromptu plan on my part. I didn't mean to make you think he was the killer. I just wanted to throw a wrench into the investigation. Didn't matter if you found out or not. This all happened Monday morning. I left the warehouse around 3:30 a.m. There isn't much to talk about on Monday. Before noon, I used my old man's body to call this one Boss. You might not know this, but she and my father go back about 6 years.
Yeah.
The two shared a terrible secret.
Secret.
Hinting at that was enough to get the boss to come running to me immediately. I injected her with a sedative, then brought her body to the chemical plant. I synced with her, exchanged our bodies.
Do we know exactly what secret it is? I mean, it's related to you and his son, I guess. Yeah.
And after blowing my father's brains out, I cut his body into pieces.
Damn.
I stuffed the meat into a vase I'd brought earlier.
That was
and
intense.
drove back to my house.
And he wouldn't even have to worry about fingerprints or anything, so it's pretty insane. He's gonna kill me. Like, there's no way we get out of this. Saito spoke with grace and no sign of remorse. I was trying to keep my anger from boiling over and kept asking him questions. Okay, why didn't the sink victims resist after waking? Yeah, I also thought about that. I guess they were pretty
The
drugged.
prototype sync machine has a special feature. It administers a strong dose of sedatives to
Okay.
the original body and a stimulant to the host after a sync. That kept them docile.
Interesting. Why did you take out the eyes?
You know all about the prototype sync machine, don't you? That should explain it.
Really? Wait. What is that about? I knew. Prototype sync machine differ from the one at Abyss in a few key ways. Yeah, because of the nerve. So is that so they wouldn't be able to use it? The machine at Abyss is more sophisticated. Nanocables from the sync gear enter through the gap between the eyeball and the socket. They then travel down the optic nerve canal to the brain. Okay, so it wasn't so that they couldn't sync, it was so that she, or like he, Saito, could sync with them with the prototype, right? No, wait. Yeah, that's it. While the prototype sync machine isn't so advanced, to perform a sync, you need to remove the left eye manually. The subject and the syncer have to remove their eye from the socket. Both of them? Interesting. So he suffered, he did have to remove his own eye many times. No, but when he swapped into a boss, what happened? How do you do that? I don't know. Otherwise, the cables cannot enter the brain. Of course, even with the eye removed, severing the connection to the brain isn't necessary. So, did he remove boss's eye and put it back on afterwards? Distracted eyeball still has the optic nerve and blood vessels connected. After a sync, the eye is supposed to be replaced back in the socket. It's supposed to be safe. Side effects are rare unless the nerve or blood vessels are damaged somehow. Replacing the eyeball isn't too difficult. Yeah. That's crazy.
Of course, I don't really care about eyes. I don't need them.
So that's
All
why
I cared about was exchanging bodies with the sick.
that's why they had to be alive when he took out the eyes. Really cool.
And for that, I needed to remove the left eye.
And but the original Cyclops killer was because he had because Rohan had this sort of what's the word? Like fetish?
Why didn't you just put the eyes back when you were done?
That's obvious. Once I was finished transferring into a new body, the old one was of no concern to me. Why would I bother replacing the eye? I was just going to get rid of it anyway.
Where are the eyeballs that you removed?
Shoko's is in Renju.
Yeah, he was in his stomach, wasn't it? But that was the only one we knew of.
Renju's is an iris.
Really? Make him she just ate them.
Iris's is a dad.
That's crazy.
Dad's is in boss.
So you like to eat them. Cool. Very nice.
Their stomachs, I mean.
Yeah, we only, for some reason, we only got like an autopsy report on Renju, so that's the only one we knew of.
You sick bastard.
Yes, I ate them. Immediately after exchanging personalities.
How horrible.
Pretty nasty. What's your motive?
Homicide is my hobby. I have a tenacity for it, what can I say? Of course, it was also necessary to make sure people kept their mouths shut. If I took over someone's body, they would know about my crimes.
Yeah.
I couldn't risk them reporting me, so I killed them. It was also a matter of revenge. Against you.
There we go.
It's personal. That's why I chose people close to you as targets.
Yeah, it was, Date was the end goal.
Well, except for my father, of course. That was personal to me, but don't ask. It's embarrassing.
Revenge against me?
This series of murders was like a journey for me. You know, traveling through bodies to finally reach the end.
Yep.
That's the thing about traveling.
We're so dead.
You always wind up in the same place, don't you? Where do you think that is?
Home. You're so screwed, Date.
Your home. A trip is only complete once you return home. The same goes for me. When I return home, my travels will come to an end. So I'll be needing it back. My body.
What?
You stole my body.
Try to. Okay.
You took it from me 6 years ago. That's why I want revenge.
What are you talking about?
You have no idea what it was like inside my own head. I miss it. I miss my brain, Date. No matter how many people I killed, it never worked. I never felt happy. I feel miserable.
You mean?
The big question now we
He
have
was
is,
born with a brain dysfunction.
who is Date?
Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
The only one I can think of it could be is, what was her name? Again. Monica. Maybe Monica was like almost killed by him and then they made a swap or something stupid like that. No, it doesn't make sense because then he would have to swap to someone else. Who, I have no idea who it could be. Who Date could be.
Oh, that's right. My old body. How are you finding it, Date?
This body is yours?
That's what I've been telling you!
I don't have the same oxytocin deficiency you did.
That is because I regularly
Yeah.
supplement it.
We know this.
They must have increased your dosage too much.
No, but the person who had this disorder was number 89, the original Cyclops killer.
Yeah, well,
That is what I believed as well. But we must have misunderstood. Pewter did not specify who exactly was imprisoned. Only that one of the original culprits responsible was currently in prison.
That's strange. That would mean number 89 is the previous chairman, Rohan.
what?
That must be it.
Is that it?
Rohan is a parasite inside number 89's brain.
Oh gosh.
Pewter must have known that.
No way.
I was confused. Yeah, I was too. I didn't understand any of it.
Let us determine the specifics using Saito as our starting point.
Cool.
Whose brain was he in before Boss?
So Sejima.
And before So?
Iris.
And before that, Renju. And before that, Shoko.
And before Shoko?
Good question. Whose body were you in before Shoko?
I was a parasite inside Rohan's brain 6 years ago until last year.
So they were like coexisting? No. So there was still a bit of Rohan. That's why he changed, right? He had like a change. Oh my gosh, this is so hard.
I'd lost most of my memories. I was a shell of a man. They housed me in a special hospital,
Yeah.
but I still had those fragments of my mind left, just as I explained earlier. From a single piece, you can recreate the whole. I took my time, slowly regaining my memories. 1 year ago, I remembered everything. I left the hospital and immediately sought out.
Okay, so it was like sort of sudden that he just got his memories back and then went after Shoko?
Nadami. I got her body, and she was in Rohan's. When she saw herself in the mirror, she lost her mind.
Rohan jumped out of a building or something.
She was confused, panicking, running up the emergency staircase,
Yeah,
and
so,
then...
so it was Shoko. That's terrible. That's terrifying, dude.
That's why Rohan committed suicide.
After that, I spent a year perfecting my plan. Using Shoko's body.
Wow. So that's why she had connections with the mafia and stuff, because it was him.
I spied on you all this time. That's why I know everything about you.
So you chose Shoko because she was close to Mizuki and so close to me, right? Who were you before Rohan? Let's keep it going.
In that body you are operating
Okay.
right now, in that skull.
So right after, let's say Date or Saito, he went into Rohan. I have no idea why. Maybe he was forced to.
My personality lived there.
Wait, hold on. If what you're saying is true, what about my personality?
It was in Rohan.
Yeah, because this time she didn't kill the victim. She didn't kill Date because it was his body, right? So I'm Rohan? I'm the original Rohan?
I'm not Rohan!
Correct. It is just as he explained earlier. Number 89 was in Rohan's body.
Okay.
In other words,
I'm Uncle? That's what I like, Hitomi.
That's... I real?
So I was an assassin, and then I lost my memory somehow. Holy brother. Keep talking.
Sorry, but time's up.
Oh, I'm so dead. Well,
I want
it was
my body back.
it was good while it lasted.
It's quite simple. Sync with me and stay inside my mind for more than 6 minutes.
And if I refuse?
I know that you won't. I know it.
Huh?
Date, look! This is streaming live!
Mizuki? It has to be. She's the only person alive. Well, he told me as well.
Damn you!
If you give me back my body, I will give you the location. Oh, and of course, it isn't the chemical plant in the Kawasaki district.
Iva, where's the source?
It is being routed through numerous IPs. I cannot identify the source.
Computer, contact headquarters, now!
Got it!
Now, what will you do? Will you agree to my request?
Oh my god. Let's think. Okay, it's not Mizuki, which is a good thing. She would have, like, he would have no qualms about killing Hitomi. We have to do this, right? Also, I mean, we can't let Hitomi die. We have to sort of trust him, and then we're gonna die. I mean, this ending ends with Date dying, or like 89 dying, 100%. So we have to do it. Maybe we can go back and decide not to do it later, but I feel like we would do it. If it was Mizuki, it would be 100% I'll do it. So that's why I'm having this moment where I'm like, I'm not sure. A smile of mock and ridicule is on her face. But if I say I won't, I feel like she would just force me. Because if I say I won't, he can't kill her. If he kills her, then she doesn't get her body back. He doesn't get her body back. So I feel like not doing it could be a good option now. Because I feel like we have more to negotiate with, because we have the body that he wants, and he can't just grab us by force and take us there. So if we say we won't, then we'll have to keep talking. But if I say I'll do it, I'll just die, and he told me maybe dies as well. I'm gonna go for a gamble and say I won't do it.
Doctor, I'm hurt.
Let's see if this is even a choice.
Happens to her. Do you understand the gravity of this situation? A bomb is strapped to her body.
Let's trust that we can do this.
You're too stubborn. Or maybe you're just cold-hearted. You want to see what will happen?
This could also be an ending that just brings me back
When her
here.
flesh burns and tears and scatters.
You killed
You
her
want
daughter,
to
dude.
see the whole thing. You know I'm not bluffing, don't you?
I didn't agree, no matter how many times he demanded it of me. I refused again and again. I feel like my logic makes sense. Yeah, she blew up. Holy shit. One sec. Okay. And when I saw it, I understood. Boss's body rolled into the corner of the room. What? Didn't want to think anymore. Anything, nothing. You just killed her? I closed my eyes and ran my palm across my face. I could taste blood. What? Bad end. Yeah, we know that. Does that mean you just didn't think and you just shot him? That's weird. I feel like it doesn't make sense. But that's cool. Okay, let's do the thing that they want us to do. I think him being a mastermind, like he is, he would have a better sort of chip to like negotiate than just Hitomi, because he told us his entire plan, and it hinged on me saying yes to basically dying to save Hitomi. And being 89, it sort of makes sense because you love her, or you used to at least. But like, I don't know. What's the difference between these two? Just go to the second part. Let's see what the case file says. What's the Somnium? Yeah. Let's go here, I guess. Okay, we have to do this quick. Skip through this. He explained everything to us. Just kind of sucks that I feel like what I said makes sense, and it just didn't work. That's fine. I feel like if I sort of would have liked to them not even give me an option. Like if it's not gonna work, just don't let me choose. Well, that's when he tells you your body is his and all that jazz. My question is, why did you lose your memories? I guess that was on purpose, right? So that he could keep you alive and you wouldn't like sell on him. But how did you know that? What did Sosajima help? Did ABS help? Like, luckily we can go through this super quickly before Rohan, and yeah, that's me. Anyway, I'll do it, I'll just die, and then I have to save her and sort of win against Saito in the other timeline, because in this one there are no choices in which we actually beat him, right?
Date?
See?
Sorry,
I
Ivo.
knew you wouldn't refuse.
Really? Because I did.
I know you well, don't I, Date?
Not as well as you think. Because I shot you just before, but that's fine. Let's go with it. It actually does make sense, because you would save Hitomi, but I feel like you had more to negotiate with it. So I just need to chill in the Somnium. Oh, we just did it. Okay.
I did it. I did it. I'm back. I got it all back.
Hey, where's Hitomi?
All right. I'll tell you as promised. Boss's house. However, it might be too late by now.
What?
Of course. Okay, we got to see her blow up twice.
Why?
She loves killing.
Return my body and I'll tell you the location. That's what I said. I didn't lie. I kept my promise.
You bastard!
You're the one who injured that body.
True.
It's your own fault, really.
Damn it!
Be seeing you.
Does this keep going? I forgot Iva could do that. We can imprison him now. Why didn't he think of that?
Date, are you alright?
Because he knew that, right? He must have known that. Iva's voice barely resonated. My eyesight was hazy, a heap of broken images. Sweat was building on my palms. Maybe you can use Boss's memory to sort of do something now. It felt like my throat was closing up and I was struggling for breath. In my ears, the rushing blood of my heartbeat was the only sound.
Everyone's dead.
Yep. Shoko, Renju, Iris, Ota, Hitomi, Boss. Flesh remains, the mind is lost. That's so cool. That is more interesting than seeing them die, because Hitomi just saw her die and she died and that's over. But Boss, we sort of realized slowly that she was already gone, and it was like a slow burn, which is really interesting. Anyway,
Saito had me right where he wanted me. Nothing. Nothing.
Parallel worlds exist.
the words suddenly echoed in my head. I couldn't remember who or where or why, but I thought that if there really was such a world, then me, in that world, I is another.
Could I have had a better future?
Hell yeah, man. I don't understand why it says I is another, man. I prayed that I could. I felt my consciousness sink into a black abyss. Why? Why does he lose consciousness? Just because? Because we have to put that guy in handcuffs. What the frick? I guess this is Date's end, right? I was sure it was gonna be Boss's end, but I guess it's not. This is so weird. Okay, so I didn't love the fact that we sort of got a choice that wasn't really a choice. But yeah. Basically, in this ending, I would guess that they would capture him, right? Put him in prison, and then you would just live as Boss, I guess? Or if he was in prison, then they could force him to give you your body back. So I don't really think Saito thought about this very carefully. I mean, everyone died, which is terrible for us, but like, he didn't manage to do his thing. And mostly just because of the fact that Aiba can explode and give him like an electric discharge, so I don't know, it's kind of weird. I'm not sure if I love this this sort of side to the story. But this is not the end. Like, if this was the last thing, I would be kind of disappointed, but I know there's something else. So it was just to show us well, this was the super exposition, which makes sense because he knew he would kill us, I guess, even though he didn't really try to kill us at the end. Maybe he was going to, if Aiba didn't do that. But yeah. It's just weird. So Shoko died, Renju died, then Iris died, Ota died, Soho died, Boss died, of course Rohan 89, I guess I die at the end, I guess? I'm not sure, it's not really clear. Boss was hurt, but I don't think she was that badly hurt, right? She was chilling right until that point, and this machine didn't have that capability where you could just put someone to sleep, like he said you could with the other one, right? So I honestly have no idea why we lost consciousness, other than just to roll the credits. But yeah, good to know finally for a fact that we are in Saito's body, which we knew for a while, but we could see it actually happen. And we saw someone else in Date's body, which is pretty cool. And now we were in Boss's body, and it looked like it was going to continue, but it just didn't. So I'd say this ending was a little bit weird. I mean, none of the other endings are like super conclusive. I'm guessing it's only the true one that's going to be conclusive. And the good thing is that people are alive on that one. Of course, Shoko is dead. And if Shoko is dead, that means that so is Renju. And we're guessing, and we saw Renju was dead, so we are guessing that, yeah, what I think happened is that Annihilation route. Yeah, because everyone got killed. Makes sense. Yeah, so when we get to the warehouse in that final thing, yeah, I want to save. When we get to the warehouse there, it's number 89, and Renju is dead. That means that Renju was killed inside Shoko's body, and then 89, who was 89? Oh my gosh. Because it was us, and then it turned into the, oh my god, this is so hard. So I guess 89 is Rohan, who didn't die, and then Rohan was killed now inside Renju's body, right? And now is Saito inside 89 trying to swap bodies with us, which might actually be the good ending for us, because we would go back to our original body and I guess regain all our memories, and then, oh gosh, and then Saito would go back to his body and regain his memory. So yeah, there we go. So this is my original body, that is original body, and this is Saito's original body, and then we just have to swap. And I guess that's gonna work, I hope. Begin investigation. We're gonna leave that for next time though, because that's probably gonna go, this is gonna be the true ending, has to be, unless something weird happens. So that was Annihilation. Cool stuff.
You're awake.
Yeah, when I walked in, I got clobbered by 89, right? And then I just woke up there. Let's save here. Let's see the files anyway. Probably not much. Last one. Saito. Saito Sejima. There we go. Likes fireworks, just like humans. Murder. Stabbing, strangling, killing, shooting. Saito is Sosujima's son. His mother died giving birth to him, born with a brain dysfunction that left him unable to properly secrete oxytocin. He can only feel pleasure from murder. Saito and Iris. Date synced with Iris after Renju's body was found in Sasha's pocket. However, at the time, Saito was, or could have been, in Iris' body. Yeah. Why didn't he try to get his body back then? If the sync had continued past the 6-minute time limit, he could have done just that. But remember what Saito in Boss's body said about journeys. A journey only truly ends once you come back home. Saito wasn't done murdering just yet. He didn't want his journey to come to an end. He still had more victims in mind. Yeah, he at least wanted to kill Sosujima, which was important to him. And he knew that So and Boss had like a secret between them, so maybe he wanted to kill her as well, because the secret was probably related to him, because it was 6 years ago, and that's when the whole Date thing happened, right? So I guess that does make sense that he wanted to go for those two victims, even though he could have gone back to Date at that point. Also, he couldn't forcibly keep you inside that, right? Inside the Somnium for longer if he didn't want to. like I guess he did in the time that we didn't see it, just before the ending. So yeah, beautiful flowchart we have going on. That ending was kind of weird, but it was cool that we got to see understand pretty much everything. The whole body swapping thing is a little bit confusing, and Rohan and 89, we don't know that much about them, so it's kind of weird to really wrap your head around, or wrap my head around it. But our suspicions were confirmed, of course. You were in Saito's body, and you were someone else, and now we know that you were 89. So after next time, we're gonna think about what actually happened. We're gonna go through this, make sure we remember exactly what's going on. And in this timeline, a bunch of people are alive, which is good. Like Iris is alive. The people who died are, of course, the people that died before we could do anything about them, like Rohan and Shoko, and Renju. And now Rohan died? Was Rohan the last one who died because he was inside of 89? That's I guess that's what it is. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, everyone else is alive pretty much, so this is gonna be the true ending for sure. It would be really surprising if this does turn into 2 endings. We will see. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Hope that wasn't too confusing. And next time, hopefully, we're gonna see the end. We're gonna see how this story ends. If we go back to number 89's body, if we let Saito have his body back, we will see. And yeah, that's it for me. I'll see you very soon. I'm gonna go think about this, and I'll come back to it soon. Okay, have a good one. Bye bye. See ya.